Damaging hail and a torrential downpour this evening quickly went from blue skies to severe storms. You're taking a look at rain and hail on the Riverwalk. Then over at the Pearl, more hail falling as people left the area, leaving empty chairs and tables and workers catching hail in their hands. People in Bandera County showing off some large hail that fell in that area. And here is hail falling in buckets in the backyard of a home at 1604 and Babcock. Weather Chief Bill Taylor joins us now. And Bill, these storms were fast and furious tonight. On a Friday night, too, ECs. We had so many people downtown for NIOSA and, of course, Carnival with Fiesta in full swing. Well, these storms raced to the Texas coast very fast, but a furious deposit of not only hail. We'll take a look at rainfall totals a little bit later in the half hour. For now, look at these lines just pound San Antonio in the metro. In fact, watch the two clusters come together right there. It was in Wilson County. You saw one cluster to the south, then out of the hill country, they meet up and go to the Texas coast. And that's where, again, they're moving into actually Gulf waters now, so fast. But look at all the lightning behind the storm line, well behind all of even the rainfall. Well, here in the city, the story is now the wind speeds 30 to 35 miles per hour in the city, 41 out at Rock Springs. It's going to be a very windy Saturday after a bit of a chilly start. Clearing skies tonight, windy with north winds between 30 and 40 miles per hour till at least mid-morning tomorrow. And look at that low, a chilly 54. We've got Ryan Shoptaw here with a look at what determines hail size, plus your weekend forecast. Thank you, Bill. We have team coverage of the storm aftermath and how it affected some Fiesta events with KENS 5's Hannah Tita and Alan Kozlu. But first, viewer weather video has been pouring into our newsroom. KENS 5 reporter Hannah Tita has been monitoring the storms from our social media platforms and shares some of these captivating images from Eagle Pass to New Braunfels.
Winds picked up as storm clouds rolled in. Wavy and ominous clouds were spotted from the border to downtown San Antonio and New Braunfels. A KENS 5 viewer captured this spectacular photo of a lightning bolt. At Nelson Wolff Stadium, a large tarp was seen being spread out over the turf, and the weather certainly rained on the parade of partygoers. Clearing all foot traffic from this stretch of the Riverwalk. People sought cover from torrential downpour on the northeast side of San Antonio that quickly turned into hail. In fact, much of our viewing area was pummeled by hailstorms. This was in Kerrville. It sounds like ping pong balls hitting a table in Bandera. In neighboring Pipe Creek, hail reached the size of golf balls, some measuring at a few inches. I mean, just look at these photos. And over in Eagle Pass, you can hear how heavy the hail was. The storms came in fast, but left just as quick.
And we are live downtown outside of the entrance of NIOSA, where people are really just making up for lost time. Take a look at this very lively crowd. People are still lining up, going through the doors. Now, what's interesting is organizers of NIOSA had made it clear that rain or shine, this event would go on. They told us that even made a joke about the rain rock, but it was no laughing matter because when that storm came through, it did dump hail in this area and people were forced to take cover. Now, I'm told that it happened very quickly. Some people were able to sort of all cram into a rotunda area and just really try and stay away from all of the hail and the rain. And now it is back on. Organizers tell us that they are in full force again tonight, and to make up for lost time, they're adding actually a whole half hour of fun tonight here at NIOSA. So instead of wrapping things up at 10:30, people are going to be out here having a good time until 11 o'clock tonight. And it is, you know, really nice now that the rain has passed, the hail is gone, and the temperature is just really perfect. So people are out here having a good time. We do have other coverage though tonight for San Antonio Fiesta events. Let's go over to Alan Kozlu, who is at the Alamo Dome covering the carnival. Alan, what's it looking like out there?
Well, here at the carnival, it seems like the storm was gone as soon as it came. When we pulled up earlier today, some of these rides looked like they were already in motion, and the workers were setting up the fences back up, and people were already getting back in line. But during the storm, most of the people we spoke with, they said they were focused on finding shelter. We heard word of about 50 to 60 people taking shelter under a bridge, and they were seeing hail about the size of a peanut. And so when of course, Carnival is still open right now, and they should be open until about midnight. Now, from the Alamo Dome, Alan Cosley, KENS 5. EC's.
All right, thank you so much, Alan. Now, if you have damage and need to make temporary fixes so it doesn't get worse, experts say go ahead and do that. Just make sure you take photographs of the damage, keep receipts for your insurance company, and be sure to file right away.
If you do sustain damage or you think you've sustained damage, go ahead and file a claim. One thing to keep in mind, should it be a pretty extensive event for our area, is the insurance companies are going to be inundated with phone calls. So if you can file your claim with your company using their mobile app or online, I would do so, and do it as quickly as possible.
Experts say there are a lot of fraud scams that come around after storms, so be sure to check with the Better Business Bureau if it sounds too good to be true. And check on your neighbors. The elderly might fall for those scams.